nation. Amonto girls, opening doors for all the leaders right now, for all the leaders right now. In the heart of the city, we stand tall as Amonto girls.
Amonto Girls Academy is shortly going to be 1 year old. We started operating this school last year, 2024, and the idea started earlier, before 2024. So I decided to open a single-sex, a girls' school in Juba as a problem solution. Over years, as a director of Darling Wisdom Academy, many parents have been requesting for me to open a single-sex schools, and it is because some parents do not need, they need their girls to be in a single-sex school, and I decided to heed to that call. So the main purpose was to solve a problem. You see, everything a person does is a solution to overriding or existing problem. So this was the main purpose. We open it to accommodate the interests of the parents who need their daughters to be in a single sex. Single-sex school is predominant, is exclusively for particular gender, and in this case it is a girls' school, meaning it is a girls' school exclusively. There are no boys, not mixed, but other things are the same. For example, the syllabus, the curriculum, and the learning, so they are the same. The only difference that is exclusively for girls alone. You see the advantage of a single-sex school. Let me say it general like this, assuming if there is also a boys' school. You see, with girls, they are focused on the academics. They don't have other factors that can deviate them from their studies and focus. For example, in mixed schools, some girls will be disturbed by boys. Okay, they'll be disturbed by boys, and their brains will be divided. You see, some boys will be trying to engage them, and they will not focus like the way if it is a single-sex school. So now the girls are alone, they are focused, and soon you will see the output, the results of what they will do. They will perform very well. So a single-sex school is more advantageous. For example, if we have boys' school also, it is good, because the boys will also have no girls to disturb them. So they will focus on their studies, and of course they will achieve their goals. I had the idea when I was in the bank, and you know, when you have the idea, you work for the idea. When you have the vision, you must understand what that vision needs. What are the ingredients of that vision? And from there, you need to work towards the ingredients. So when I had the idea and vision to solve that problem, I had to save hardly the bank. I had to save little I had to amaze my resources. And by 2015, February 15th, is when I started the foundation for Darling Wisdom Academy. But again, resources became constraint. I had the dream of building the school in 2015 and open it in 2016. So my resources got done, and I did not have to finish. So I started the foundation, I started the wall and did not roof. So I had to save in 2015, I had to save in 2017. And by mid-2017, I was able to start painting, to start roofing and painting, and that is why we opened in 2018. So I started the construction in 2015, but again, the other factors made it to delay. We made the completion in December 2017. By December 2017, the school facility was ready for opening in 2018, and that's why we opened on 18th of February 2018. From 2018, Darling Wisdom Academy has grown extravagantly. As we speak now, we have 4 outstanding campuses. We have the nursery campus alone, which is called Honolulu campus. We have the primary campus alone, which is called Nana campus. We have 2 secondary campuses, Pentagon campus and Glasgow in our referendum. And 1 is in the pipeline. We are planning to build a campus outside the city, and that will be exclusively for boarding, secondary, Darling Wisdom. Yeah. So Pentagon campus, Glasgow campus, in the long run, will be left to be day campuses. Whoever wants to join boarding will join the next campus we are going to build, and we are going to build it outside the city. Because now the city is growing, space is becoming too little, and there's too much noise. So we want to move the boarding out. When we move the boarding campus out, it is going to be better. You see, Amonto Girls Academy Secondary School is, I think, if not the first girls' secondary school in Juba, it should be the second, because so far I know Juba girls. But Amonto Girls Academy Secondary School is exclusively boarding, okay? And they normally say when the world has ears, okay? So when we do something good here, whether we like it or not, whether we advertise or not, people will know and they will come. So I don't care. What I care is to do the right thing here. When they do the right thing in Amonto Girls Academy, people will hear all over the country when the results come. And now it will advertise itself, people will come. You see, there is what we call proactivity and reactivity, okay? If you want to progress in everything, be proactive in a strategy. When I decided to do business in education, I made intensive research into what I was going to do, and I made a strategy for 10 years. And for Darling Wisdom, this is the 7th year, and Amonto, this is the 2nd year. So in our productivity strategy, we are to open Darling Wisdom in 10 states. We are to put a solution to our people across the country. We cannot put a solution to the problem with people in Juba alone. And so we are to extend these services, and we extend the solution to the problem of education in South Sudan to other states. And so it is a matter of time. After we build the boarding campus for Darling Wisdom, the secondary boarding campus, so soon, anytime, we will move to the states. Although we cannot move to the states in 1 year, I'm sure we shall move to the states anytime, slowly, until we cover the whole of South Sudan. Amonto is a misnomer. You see, a misnomer is something somebody went and mispronounced, and it gained the what? It gains the popularity. You saw many things in this world are misnomers. Originally, they were not called like that. Okay? Even in our societies, you see, even Jongule itself is a misnomer for Dinka word Jok, Jonglei. Okay? Jonglei. And so there are people who call it Jongule and what have you. But if you are Dinka, you know it. This is Jok. Jonglei. Okay, so Amonto is a misnomer. My daughter, the second born daughter, is called Amor. And when she was 1 year old, she used to be called Amorto, just to make it sound better for some people. Okay, they call her Amorto. And suddenly, I didn't know, and the mother didn't know how people change it to Amonto. At the age of 2 years, the word Amorto changed gradually to Amonto. So Amonto is a misnomer for Amorto, Amor. And now, because it became popular, the children were calling her Amonto instead of Amorto, and then it went like that. and she's called Amonto. That is a nickname for her. And this is the name I used to call the. It is a Dinka. It is a Dinka. It's a name. It's a Dinka name. Amor to Amorto to Amonto. Okay, so it's a misnomer for Amorto. Okay, and so this is my daughter. I just named the business in her name to recognize her. And I have other businesses I've named after other children. Okay, Darling Wisdom Academy. Many people are asking. They think you see darling in English is having a lot of meanings. One of which is lovely, one of which is wonderful, one of which is precious. And so, where I chose Darling Wisdom Academy to name the school, I use one of the three meanings. I said before, first meaning is lovely, second meaning is wonderful, third meaning is precious. So instead of put it wonderful wisdom, it was not coming well. So I just decided to say darling wisdom. And what I meant here is wonderful. Okay? The darling we have is a wonderful wisdom academy. So this is how the name Darling Wisdom came. Exactly. So darling means lovely, it means wonderful, it means precious. So I chose the wonderful. And I did not now you want to use the word wonderful. So I had to use darling. And that's how the name Darling Wisdom Academy came from. There are a lot of steps to prepare great products. When you are doing a business or when you are doing something, you must do it well. And in this business, I've decided to deliver excellent education services to our people. And as we are to achieve that goal, we are to do a lot of steps. And so our candidates in Darling Wisdom Academy and Amonto Girls Academy are put under serious efforts, serious steps to realize the goals. And one of which is doing many exams with them, especially the candidates. In proverb it says, there is a proverb which says that school candidates are like soldiers. You know, soldiers who fight regularly in the battlefield are better than soldiers who do not fight. Okay? And candidates who sit so many exams are better than candidates who do not sit many exams. So in Darling Wisdom Academy, when you are a candidate, we have 52 tests for 52 weeks a year. This is mandatory, it is compulsory. So we, every Saturday, because we teach our candidates on Saturdays. This is because to cover and finish the syllabus earlier. So it is mandatory for every candidate that is in Darling Wisdom Academy and Amonto. So every Saturday, there is a test. So if there are 52 Saturdays in a year, then there are 52 tests. We give them screening exams. We screen, there is a threshold percentage that you are to score for you to fill and register under Darling Wisdom Academy. So we give them screening exams. If you don't bring 60% on average, the school has the right to put you back to senior 3 to go and prepare, to go and reorganize. We also place our candidates under director's mock. We sit director's mock, so there are already 2 big exams now. Then we have joint mocks. Whatever joint mocks that come, we place our candidates in so that they go and test themselves with others. And then the national exam. So we are doing all this to prepare. You see, they also say the harder the training, the easier the better. Okay? So we are giving them so many exams, many tests, so that they are prepared. They will know how to test, they will know how to approach questions, because you know when you give a test, there must be a correction. You give exam, there must be correction. So if you misfire a question in this test or in this exam, the next one you will not do. If you fail a question here, and another exam comes tomorrow, you will not fail it. So these are the steps we do in Dialing Wisdom and Amonto Academy, Amonto Girls Academy, to prepare our candidates to greatness. And this is the reason they always perform better. And this is compulsory. We don't give them rest. We make sure they are prepared, they are grilled, so that they meet the objectives of the school. They also achieve the goals for the school and for their families.
So they are now ready in everything. Like
This is now June. This is now June. This is now June. If you go to the classes and ask them, even if they bring national exams now, they will crash it. Everybody is ready. Yeah.
message to the Ministry of Higher Education about the cheating during the national exam.
I think it is concerning the general education. You see, malpractices, examination malpractices are not good. They will produce weak products, and we are striving to make sure there's a very strong education system in our country, in private schools. And malpractices, the windows to malpractices must be closed. Because we are not in an isolated world, we are in an inclusive world. South Sudan is part of the global world. So we need to produce competent products. I'm a trained banker. I was a bank manager, a senior branch manager with KCB Bank for 10 years. And many media ask me the same question. They normally ask, why did I choose to cross from to do business in a field that is not pertaining my profession? You see, and I always answer, you know, I was in the bank, and I grew up in customer service department. So in customer service department, I used to be in contact daily with the customers of the bank, KCB Bank. And I saw a suffering. I said earlier, everything that a person does is to solve an existing problem. There was a problem between 2011 to 2015 in Juba. So I was in customer service, and that time majority of our parents had their children across the borders. They had their children in Uganda studying, that their children in Kenya, that their children all over the countries neighboring South Sudan. And the parents who had children in South Sudan were the minority. So people used to suffer. There was a scarcity of dollar those years. So you could have your pounds and cannot exchange the way you want. So you find parents applying for exchange of dollars in the bank for a period of 1 month or even more to wait. And so it was a suffering already. So people were suffering. So you could have your pounds, but you cannot exchange and send across the borders to educate your children. So I got attracted from this point. I was like, what is the problem? Why would we be educating our children outside the country? And so one of the things was that there were no good schools in the country. And you see, and now to solve this problem, it inspired me to try to solve that problem. And this is the genesis of my idea. Although I had the idea at my childhood, I had the same dream, but now it was activated by this problem. So I decided to contribute to build Arem Wisdom Academy to solve this problem. If our problem, our syndrome, is trusting the people in East Africa, education in East Africa system, then we can open schools at home and even bring the teachers from those countries that we perceive to trust and educate our children at home. So this is the genesis of the idea of opening Arem Wisdom Academy. So it was to solve the problem, and it is the same problem with Amonto. I opened it to solve that problem because it is risky to let our children study outside. It's not good. Nationalism is one factor. You see, in 20 years to come, we will have children who will not love their country. You know, human beings, they love where they grow up. So if our children study in East Africa until they grow up, they will refuse their own country. And this is danger to the country. So we need children to study at home so that they love their country and in future they take over their country from the old fathers, from the old uncles, and they move on with their country. So it is not good to educate the majority of children in a foreign country. It's not good. That is one thing. There is also a need to factor in the issue of culture. You know, home-based education is the best because the children will be cultured. Okay? You can be a Dinka and you speak your Dinka language. You can be a Nuer, you speak your Nuer language. You can be Bari and you speak your Bari. Even know your culture, the Bari cultures. So home-based education is the best. But if we make our children to study abroad, they will lack all these cultures. The third factor is that home-based education is cheap. Just like, when you have home-based industries and factories, products are cheaper than being imported, isn't it? For example, if you bring soda from Kenya and from Uganda, it must be more expensive than if we produce it at home because the taxes will be added, okay? Anything the businessman will get on the way, they will calculate and add to the prices later. So anything at home is cheaper. So if we build schools at home, we let children study at home, it will be cheap on the side of our parents, not like educating someone in Uganda and Kenya or elsewhere. I want to encourage our people in the country to do business in education. We need to do more in our country in education sector. You see, education is everything in the country. And as education is everything in the country, we need to educate our masses, our children, in a better way. If we have well-educated population, even the violence, the tribal violence, will get solved. Even the disunity in the country will get solved. Even the development that we are lacking will come, because education is unity. Education is peace, and education is development. So I encourage people to take education serious, especially communities that are pastoral. Let them sell cows, let them sell goats, and take children to schools. Let our rich people, because I believe there are also tycoons in this country, let them also invest in education. Let the government support the private education. Let the government also step up factors to enhance better education in the country. If we educate our people very well, some of the problems we are facing in our country will automatically solve themselves. That is my last message to the people who are going to listen, to the people who are listening. Let's take education seriously. Let's educate our children. Let's send children to schools. We'll solve tribal violence. We shall solve the cattle raiding. We shall solve disunity. We shall even solve rebellions. Because you know, when you are educated, you'll even understand governments are not changed through going to the bush. You will know that governments are changed through elections. You see? You will also know that there is nothing to do with your tribe. Your tribe to go to the bush and be rebels. You see? And so if we educate our people in a right way, other problems we are facing in the country will be solved automatically. This is my last message to the people listening.